Hi, everybody. It's Marci from wavesofcommunication.com, and I'm outside today because I'm here to talk about summer. And I live in Florida, and summer has already hit. So I figured this was the perfect time to give you the ways that I'm going to help you. So I know that it's possible and probable for you to see amazing progress in just a few weeks. And we're just getting ready for summer. So it's time now for you to start planning your summer to make sure that you get all the progress that you hope for this season. And so I have 6 tips on my little post-it note here to share with you to give you the tools and support and resources you need to make sure that that progress happens so that next fall, next season, when you go back to school, I know those of you in Australia are having winter now, but these tips apply for everybody, no matter what season you're heading into. So if you're joining me live, say hi, even on the replay in the comments. Always, that helps all my videos, and thank you so much for watching me today. So tip number 1 that I have on my list is to check in, just like you're doing right now. Keep watching my videos. I consistently produce content that is designed to equip and empower you to solve the biggest problems you have with the child who's not talking yet, and the environment that happens when you come to see some of that. So I see some people joining me live. Thanks for coming in. Don't forget to say hi. All right, so check in is the number 1 tip. Keep watching my videos, keep commenting, keep telling me what you're struggling with and also what you're doing, how you're seeing progress. I want to know all of those things, and that's going to help you stay accountable. See, that's how you keep going once you learn the strategies. How you keep going and keep making progress is by checking in with me and checking in with yourself. So check in is the number 1 tip to plan for your summer. Now, number 2 is to register for my workshop. I just put out the recording for my 4-hour workshop. It was super interactive and interesting. The parents that joined me were parents that I've worked with personally and also parents from all over the world. So you're going to see that recording. So register for that recording. The link is in the description of this video. Now, the 3rd tip that I have for you is to sign up for my newsletter. Every week, I put out content that, straight to your email box that's going to help you learn what you're doing. Respond to me quickly. If you need to reach out to me, you can always respond to that newsletter quickly. But you can also ask questions and things through that format. But I write out some of the details. There's tips and tricks and strategies that you're going to learn in the newsletter that you won't necessarily see on the videos, and the newsletter will remind you about all the videos that I have out just in case you miss one of the episodes that I put out. So that's really good. Now, the 4th tip that I have for you to plan for your summer is to order your workbook. The workbook is key for you to make sure you get your itinerary written. You are using the right strategies. You're constantly analyzing not just your child's spoken language development and your child's expressive language and understanding those kinds of things, how well they're responding to their name, all that stuff. This workbook will help you continually analyze your mindset, your connection, as well as your child's spoken language development as it improves. So the workbook is really good. And what it does is it shows you when your child hits a certain level. That's why the analysis is so important. When you see your child hit a level where you're back into your comfort zone again, you need to dig back into the strategies and elevate them, constantly elevate the strategies. That's how the neuroplasticity works, everybody. remember, you'll see in lots of my videos that I talk about the natural language development and natural language facilitation process is systematic through neuroplasticity. We activate the areas of the brain that are underdeveloped right now because your child wasn't listening. They maybe were on tech. They maybe were in ABA therapies. They maybe have shut down the world around them. So my strategies show you how to reach into that child's world, help them join your world so that you can teach them whatever they need to learn to help them feel successful and empowered as spoken language communicators. That's what we're all about here. Empowering these kids to start talking. This is the progress you want to see this summer. And the workbook is the key to help you make your plan, document your journey, record all of your mindset and struggles and the strategies that worked and the strategies that didn't work, because this is a lot of trial and error. And if you don't keep a record of your experience, you're not going to be able to make as much progress as people who don't do that. That's why I made the workbook. That's why it's there for you. Okay, so now the fifth tip that I have for you to see improvement, the most improvement that you ever can this summer, is to consult with me. So I have different ways for you to be able to actually work with me to help you develop that plan. You can sign on for a 60-minute consult with me after the workshop. The workshop really does help you design your own plan, decide which strategies you should use, and get it going. Some people just need a 1-hour consult to help them put that into action. That's what I offer in that 1-hour workshop consult. Now, if you want more help, I offer different levels of consulting on my website. You can get an intuitive video analysis where I spend 2 hours with you and spend lots of time talking about what blockages still persist in your household. See, you're going to have to find this stuff if you work independently. That if you work with me, I'm going to call out everything that you need to change, and I'm going to give you strategies on how to do that so that you get off to the perfect start and make your progress the max for this summer season. Okay, so consulting with me, and how you do that is you visit wavesofcommunication.com. The link is in the description of this video. So the last thing that I have, and this is accessible to everyone, is to watch the videos on my platform. I have 750 videos now between the shorts and the long form videos on my Waves of Communication YouTube channel. There are a number of videos right now in the link of this description. The links are there in the description of this video. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, so that you can learn all the strategies you need. Now, a lot of these videos are going to be in the member only level. So you're going to want to, if you are super serious about this, the most expensive member level of my YouTube channel is $30 a month, $29.99 a month. So for $30 a month, you can learn everything you need. You can have access to all of my videos, the Autism Challenge, the Swapping the Prompting Challenge, that's called a virtual autism challenge is what it is, because we're challenging those autism diagnoses. So I just wanted to do a quick little video here for you to share with you how outdoor time and playing, all those strategies are in the resources that I shared with you right now in this video. So go to the description of this video right now, and you can see links to all those things, all 6 areas. You're going to see it in bold, big print. So you're going to know exactly where to go, for whichever of these tips you want to do. And here they are again. Check in with me on the videos. Register for my workshop. Sign up for my newsletter. Order your workbook. Consult with me to get exactly the right guidance that you need, and watch my videos. And these things work before you meet me, after you meet me. If you want to share this with your neighbors and friends, there is enough information on the Waves of Communication platform that parents all over the world are today helping their children overcome the symptoms that make them look like they're autistic and start using the spoken language that allows them to share their wisdom with the world. So Zahir says, keep it up. And Sas, thanks so much for joining me, all of you guys. It's so nice to see all of you online as well. Thank you for joining me. Look, I'm giving this job back to you because parents and caregivers are the best spoken language facilitators. Those people out here who are professionals like me, our job is to guide you and guide your children toward their own independent spoken language. This is what every parent wants. And so thank you so much for joining me on this video. I'm just keeping it short to remind you to go back to the platform and visit all of my resources. Thanks again for joining me. Have an amazing summer, everybody. I plan to do that, and I'm sure that I will see you here. If you subscribe to my channel and hit that little bell, then you know that you'll be back every time I go live with more strategies, information, empowerment, check-in, testimonials, all the things that you need. And here, for those of you who are watching and still watching, I've got a quick tip. On Thursday, I jumped into that Temu bucket and I bought a Temu haul of sensory teethers. And I'm going to be going through those on my next video so that you can watch me and watch me try it before you buy it and not waste any money on those things. We'll see how it works. Join me on Thursday for the Temu haul for the teethers. And yeah, I'll see you all in the next one. Thanks again for joining me. Bye for now. Have a great summer.